Today, I'm going to peel back the curtain and give you a behind the scenes peek at how we work with our clients one-on-one to build a beautiful brand that really pops. Hey guys, I'm Nicole Harlow and you're here with me and Brand Better. Today we're answering the question, how do you make your brand pop? So another way that I think about saying this is how do you make sure that you have a brand that really sticks out from the crowd, that's compelling and memorable and has people just lining up on a wait list to work with you. Now, what we found over the years of perfecting this with clients is that there are some clear steps that you can follow. Even just at home, you don't have to necessarily work with us here in the studio, although we would love it if you did. There are some really clear steps that if you follow them is the quickest and clearest way to brand confidence and brand clarity. Number one is taking the brand pop type assessment. So I'm a little biased here because obviously I'm the creator of the brand pop type assessment, but I think that it does a really good job. Every client that comes through our door that works with us, we have them take this quiz. It's not just a fun quiz, even though it is fun. It's not just a silly quiz to just kind of find out some things about yourself. It's actually real great data that we use to then build marketing campaigns, to build messaging platforms, to build logos for our clients. You guys actually can take that for free. I'll put the link down below. The beauty of the brand pop type assessment is that it shows you your unique differentiators. So I like to think about this as kind of like recipes. So when you take the quiz, you'll find your core type and your influencer type. I think of the core as the main modality and the main way that you relate to clients. This is going to be your biggest strength. For example, at Brand Better, our core brand pop type is relatability. So we like to make sure that whether we're posting on social media, on our website, the way that we work with clients, even in our sales calls and even here in these videos, that we make sure that we're showcasing a brand and a brand personality that is friendly, a good partner, a BFF, and someone who you feel like is really going to have your back and kind of be real with you. So that's our core type. And I like to think of your core type as the base of the recipe. And then your influencer is what adds that dynamic differentiator. So I like to think about that as the seasoning, right? You can take any old recipe and have it served lots of different ways. It really comes down to the spices and the extra little elements that you add that can really just like take it up a notch and make it super unique. So for us, our secondary influencer type is discovery or exploration, which means that whether it's on social media or how we present ourselves, we want to make sure that we're always teaching, that we're always sharing. If we're traveling, if I'm traveling, I want to make sure that I'm taking you along with me. There's 12 different brand pop types, and you're going to be a combination of two of those types. You have a core and an influencer. When you take the quiz, you'll also get access to our free guide. So there's some videos from me, some suggestions on how to post on social media, what kind of content to share, and really just tapping into where your best strengths are. So this is our first port of call for all of our clients that we work with. You can get in there for free and get a little taste of what it's like to learn your brand pop. Number two is the 3 R's: reflection, research, and results. Reflection is really the thing that starts it all off. And this is where you ask yourself questions like, what is the main problem that I solve for my clients? What type of clients do I love to work with? Who are the aggregate of my favorite clients? And if you haven't worked with any clients yet, then that's great because you get to dream up your dream client. Some other questions that I love to ask are really just getting to the deeper why of who you are, how you serve the people in your market, and what deep psychological need are you serving for your people? Because let me let you in on a secret. No matter what you're selling, you are tapping into a deep psychological need and emotion for your people. And the quicker that you can find that through line between what it is that you do, the problem that you solve, and what a deeper need is that you satisfy for your clients, the more compelling and magnetic your message is going to be. For the research R, I like to spend some time with our clients, or if you're going to do this on your own, looking through the peers in your industry. So what are other people in your industry doing? Make sure that you have a good sense of the trends in your industry. And this is where we want to start looking for places where we can naturally differentiate ourselves. So for example, if I look around and I see a bunch of different different branding agencies that all seem a bit cookie cutter. Maybe they seem a bit more like male dominated, or they're very corporate feeling where you're going to meet up in a meeting room and there's a team of a lot of people and it all feels a little bit stuffy and kind of in these like New York City glass buildings. Well, we have an opportunity to differentiate ourselves as a business, as the branding agency that's a lot more warm and friendly and feminine, the type of people who are going to feel like a good friend and the type of people who are going to just sit down and feel like you have a real conversation with you. That gives us an opportunity. I like to think that it's not necessarily about being the very, very best at what you do, although we'll always strive to make sure we produce really great results for our clients, as should you. But where can we be different? Where can we stand out? Where can we become that magnet for the perfect clients where they hear our message at the right time and it really just syncs up? And the last R on those 3 R's is results. We want to make sure before we take the next step further that we have clear goals and steps and that we have a clear purpose for everything. At Brand Better, we want to make sure that everything that we do, whether it's with clients or just in our internal marketing, serves a purpose. And that purpose is serving our best clients. We want to make sure that there's a through line between everything that we do. That means from how we post on social media to the messages on our website, to the customer journey, to the services that we offer, they are all designed to be perfect for our ideal client. Number 3 is developing an authentic brand voice and brand position. Now, this is super deep work, so I won't be able to go into all of this in our video today, since this is more of an umbrella or an overarching high-level vision of the brand pop process. But something I can totally help you out with today is if you go and take the brand pop quiz, in your guide, you're gonna see our brand pop manifesto exercise. That's gonna walk you through kind of a Mad Libs exercise to develop your brand statement. This is a clear and concise statement that expresses really succinctly what it is that you do, how you do it, and how you help people. Number 4 is niche magnet visual branding. So we are 4 steps in and we're just now getting to the logo, the visual branding, the color palettes, patterns, typography, you name it, everything that falls under this umbrella of visual. We want to make sure that it expresses your personal style, that it has a unique viewpoint, and that it does harken back to that through line that we've set up in the beginning, that is your core brand purpose. Why do you exist? Why do you help people? We want to make sure that the visual branding does match that. But there's one thing here, a little caveat, is that it's not enough to just be pretty. It has to connect with people. It has to connect not only just with people, it has to connect with your perfect audience. There is so much to talk about here, and people go to graphic design school for years and years. You can check out my video on buying a logo on Fiverr, which was a fun experiment that we did. You can check out that video up here. People go to school for years, and this is how to parse out the visual side of things and actually make it communicate what you want it to communicate. I mean, big brands pay upwards of $100,000 for branding agencies to create a great logo for them that really connects, that really makes people feel something, because that's what branding is about. It's about making people feel something. Seth Godin has a quote when people asked him what branding is, and I'm gonna really consolidate it down to a very concise point here, which is that branding is an aggregation of viewpoints, decisions, memories, emotions, choices that people have felt or done when they engaged in your brand. And we think we own our brands, but we don't really. Our brands are owned by other people's perceptions of us. You can do all the work in the world to sit down in a boardroom and say, this is our brand, but if people have another perception of you, that's what's going to drive the narrative. So the visual side of things, I think, is best left to the experts. Us, we're definitely not $100,000. We're not going to charge you that much, but we're a highly trained team that will take your message and bring that into a visual language that connects with your ideal customer. And finally, number 5 is a distinctive digital platform. Now, a digital platform means a lot of things to a lot of people. What we think about is building a website, sales funnels, copywriting, different marketing collateral like business cards or magazines or PDF lead magnets, things that go out to your people, social media platforms, basically any interface point that your potential clients or customers have with your brand. If it's online, we consider that part of the digital platform. So we want to make sure that all of those parts are consistent, that they have great messaging throughout, that they look highly professional. This is actually the last piece of the puzzle that we do for our clients, but it's really the thing that ties it all together. So it's important to make sure that when you're putting the digital platform pieces together, that you do have consistency, that you do have a compelling story, and that you do have a purpose for all of them. So what is the purpose of your website versus your sales funnel? What's the purpose for each of the social channels that you're on? These are really good questions to ask. Okay, guys, there you have it. That's the 5 steps in the brand pop process that we go through with every single one of our clients that we work with one-on-one. There are so many more steps that we work through with clients. Their branding process is complex and beautiful and complicated, and it's also deeply satisfying because at the end of the day, how to create a compelling brand that really pops is to create an authentic brand, a brand that really speaks to your truth, what impact you're here to make in the world, and what core problem do you solve for your people. When you have those things nailed, the rest of the pieces will fall into place. Guys, make sure that you join me over at the Brand Pop Type Assessment. You'll find the link down below to sign up for a free quiz. It's just 9 questions. They're fun, and you're gonna get a lot of information at the end. Once you sign up for the quiz, you'll grab the guide, the Brand Pop Type Guide, and in there, you'll see the Brand Pop Manifesto exercise, which is gonna help you learn how to say what exactly it is that you do and how you help people. It's been awesome spending some time with you here today, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.